as strong of a feeling about this have I not experienced it in virtual reality with people, right? Where my friends are getting attacked and I can't physically grab these people and push
Mhm.
them away and protect my friends because they're digital avatars. But the words they're using are still more impactful and more hurtful than any fist could ever be. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And to watch people get degraded and belittled, and then to have what's a word that's not a swear? Really terrible, terrible
I mean,
people
you
on
you you can cuss all you
defending.
want on this thing. I don't. Yeah.
Well, to have shitty people on Twitter defending the actions of these people, saying that it's just a game, and if you can't separate yourself from a game, then you shouldn't be in there to begin with. I,
Yeah.
I, it
Yeah.
makes me sick to my stomach, like physically ill, to think that
Especially
people really feel
that
that way.
comment particularly. I'm with you fully on that particular one where they say it's just a game. It's like, okay, if let's take you saying it's just a game and let's say that's a fact. Then virtual reality is the biggest bullshit in the world then, because if it's just a game, then everything you and Alex have spoken about, everything I have spoken about from the entire time I've talked about VR, Thrill, Steve knows BMF, then we're all big con artists, because that means the dream of how virtual reality can feel so immersive and real is bullshit, if that's what you're saying.
Mhm.
Or we're right, and virtual reality can be that immersive where it's not just a game anymore. And now we have to have a different conversation. So I fucking hate that person on Twitter. It's just a game, bro. No. Because you just called me a liar then. You just called Skiva a liar. You called everybody in the virtual reality community a liar, including yourself, if you have said, hey, I felt this game was so great, it was so immersive, it felt so real. Well then shut up. It's not a game anymore if you feel like it's real. How many times have I been playing a game, traditional game, and punched my wall? Never. No. Not on purpose. Sometimes I get a little angry. Call of Duty, it pissed me off as a kid, but not on purpose. How many times playing Everslot have I lost control of where I was sitting in my room? Because you know damn well I don't put up a barrier half the time. My guardian is my entire room, and I just pray that I played enough to know where my wall is. But sometimes I don't. Why? It's because I got so immersed and so disoriented that I forgot I was in my room.
Mhm.
That ain't a game anymore, bro. That ain't a game. That's
The,
that,
ener-
that
the
that's something
energetic
bigger.
the energetic connections we make with people, whether they be through social media, whether they be online or in any way, or just in virtual reality or even flat gaming, it's very, very real. It's extremely real. It's just as real as if you were in the same room with me and we were talking. Just because I can't physically touch your body and harm you physically doesn't mean that the energy we're exchanging is any less or any less powerful to the damage I can do to your mind. Like
Hmm.
that's the real connection there. I've never there's a lot of people that I've met in VR and I've met on Twitter, and we are really good friends. And if you so according to this logic, we're not friends because we've never met and actually had our real life avatars face to face,
Hmm.
right? So that must be bullshit, right? Like the energy we exchange is extremely real. There's nothing fake about it. And to put yourself in a very immersive environment and 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 to have a cop out that because you're a disgusting person and you want to treat people poorly, that this is just a game, is just a cop out for you being a really shitty person.
Yep.
So
I agree, and I'll give that person something, and I always will give that person the benefit of the doubt. In reality, they may just not have the knowledge of their bubble. Like my bubble is very digital. My life is extremely digital, and I'm increasingly every single year I grow older, getting closer and closer to realizing I'm basically living in two worlds at this point, and it's progressively getting closer and closer to living in that second world that is mostly digital, and that
you're
digital world's
living three
feeling.
realities.
Yes. Hey, I see what you did there. But it's true. It's true. You take my 12-year-old self. There ain't no digital world. There's no digital world at all. Now, my net worth, I have a large net worth that's all digital and fake. Like at one point when I was 12, I had a piggy bank and I had cash. My net worth was real. It was tangible, physical, real. Now, at my age, I have a lot of net worth that is completely fake, non existent, not real, but it's still valuable to someone.
Right.
And these people that I think say it's just a game, I think are just closer to my 12-year-old self, where maybe they have, I give them the benefit, I give them the benefit. that most of their life is just IRL, and they just haven't had that epiphany where they realize one day, okay, there's a percentage of my life that's going digital now that's getting an alarmingly high percentage, and they just haven't had that mental discussion with themselves and understanding that, okay, it's not all about IRL, it's now digital as well.
Yeah. Well, we have a hugely blurred vision of real life right now. I mean, we hold so much value in the dollar, right? And back in the day when our parents were growing up, the money was backed by gold that was sitting in a safe somewhere. That is completely gone. It's now a number in a computer. That's all it is. It's as fake as anything else, but we hold the true value to it, right? And whatever we give value to, is worth something. It's value, right? But so everything, a lot of what's happening these days is digital, and it doesn't mean it's not real. You could go as deep as to say, real life is not real. It's also a virtual reality. None of the things that you see are raw, right? You're getting a light. You're getting light transmitted through your eyes. It's hitting something in the back of your brain. At the same time, you're hearing a sound. At the same time, you're smelling something. All of those things are happening at different intervals, at different times, and your brain puts it all together and forms an image in your mind. It's a virtual reality as well. It's just a more real and accepted virtual reality. I can't go to someone and be disgusting to them and be a bad person and say, well, it's just a VR thing, dude. It doesn't make any sense. Interaction with people is just as real as anything else.
Yep. Hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the daily clips, or catch the debates and fireside chats live on the main channel down in the video description. See you next time, Space Cowboys.